السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله تعالى وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. My dear brothers and sisters, few khutbahs back I stood here and mentioned that our deen, the deen of Islam, the deen that Allah Azza wa Jal is pleased with as our deen and as our religion, and He would not accept from anyone other than the deen of submission to Allah al-Islam, that it is not to be picked from according to the desire and according to the hawa and according to the benefit and according to the gains. It's a package deal. It's a commitment. Also, I emphasized on the fact that the deen is our life and our life is the deen. So when you hear a statement that don't bring religion into it, this is politics, don't bring religion into politics, don't bring religion into this affair or that affair, this is a statement that comes from the lack of understanding the main principle, the main reason we are here on this earth is to worship Allah Azza wa Jal. So everything we do is religious, everything. So when we involve in politics, it's religion. When we are concerned about humanity, it's religion, it's deen of Islam. When I go and try to make a good living for my children, that's the deen of Islam. When I defend the rights of the transgressed, that's the deen of Islam. When I advocate for goodness, that's the deen of Islam. When I say to the wrong, this is wrong, it's the deen of Islam. When I live my life, when I walk, when I talk, when I sleep, when I run, when I'm having fun, when I'm spending social time, that's the deen of Islam. And this brings everything to focus. So when incidents like what is happening around us now, and the issue in Palestine, and before that the issue in Burma, and before that the issue in Iraq, and it's not to be taken out of, it's the same context, same exact thing. That this Muslim ummah is distracted, big time distracted. I'm amazed and surprised whenever you look at the media machine in front of you and you see the random things, but they are not so random. They're not so random. I just want you to have 2 phones or 2 computers or something like that. And this is an experiment I myself did. Put CNN on one and Fox News on one. It's in front of you, and mute it. Mute it first. And watch. You're going to see they are saying the opposite things, but they are doing the same thing. The same presentation. To feed people certain things, to form the mind, to raise the awareness in a certain way, to take us in a certain direction. It is like having Democrats and Republicans, having this team and that team, having this football team and that football team. You are with this baseball and I'm against it, But at the same day, you are distracted that way. Same day, you are moving in that direction. It does not matter. You're going to go to Walmart or H-E-B. Doesn't matter. Those are choices me and you make. But at the end of the day, this is how to serve the economy. This is a certain way you're going to purchase. Now, we as Muslims don't think like that. We think different ways, distracted. We are distracted and we don't have priorities. So that's why it's easy to be led in a certain way. You look in the news and you'll see what is happening in the politics. Then you find the channel, what is happening in Wall Street. And then you see an incident with the police and something. So you see the violence and you see the crimes. And then a piece of news coming just today, like you said, title. The TV is muted, as I told you, title. What is happening in the overseas, it is making, look at this, universities in the United States become a fertile ground for anti-Semitism. When you read a title like this, there's something. It's going certain direction. When you hear, now you unmute and you hear, 100 people were murdered and killed in that place, while 200 people died in that place. Same person saying. It's the same person saying in the same instant. It is not like 2 people. They're saying the conflict that is happening in the Middle East, in Jerusalem, this, that. 2 people were killed in the state of such and such. And there are 200 people died in Gaza. This human being, they die, but this human being, they get murdered. So those are the things that we need to work. So for me to give khutbah today, I try my best not to become emotional, because this was expected. We become very emotional, and then, you come down. So I was asking one of my classes, like last Wednesday, what was the disaster before this one? They said, do you remember what happened in Morocco? Yeah, that earthquake. You see the answer? Yeah. And what happened before that? Oh, that flood in, Libya. You see? What was before that? What about Turkey? What about Syria? What about Afghanistan just a few days ago? I mean, it's not a priority. Put it on the side. No. You can sit here, inshallah. SubhanAllah, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hassan and Hussein come and he lived the khutbah. So anyways, so it's very important that you understand what is going around, and that's my first point in this khutbah. To be aware. So I have an assignment for all of us. Inshallah, today, I want you to go and read at least 100 pages about the conflict in the Middle East. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. 100, 125 at least. This is a 1 hour, 2 hour reading. Just conflict in the Middle East. Go to Google, but not the Google of everybody, Google Scholar. Type Google Scholar. It will give you a completely different search engine. It's called Google Scholar. And Google Scholar will give you the articles, academic, professional, to the point about the issue. So conflict in the Middle East. Then you read that. You want to know about what is happening in Pakistan and India? Read something about that. So my first point is awareness starts from knowledge. Learn, educate yourself about what is happening. If I bring you the map now, can you point where Gaza is? See? Can your children do it? Can your spouse do it? We talk about it too much. You know? What happened there? Who are these people? Why are they doing what they're doing? In psychology, there is something called covert narcissism. Covert narcissism. Term, but I'll tell you the term now, you'll understand what it is. Covert narcissism is like someone who's a covert narcissist. Basically, the main trait is what? He will intimidate you. So you start shouting, and then he'll record you. Right? He will poke you with something. Push you, and nobody's seeing. He doesn't want, they don't like to be seen at all. Seen at all. You are distracted with the whole world. But they are pushing someone, and poking, and kicking, and all that kind of thing. And when the person says, you crazy, record. And they then put it in the social media. You see this? This is how they are. Spouses, they do to each other. Children, they do to each other. Bullies, they do in the school with each other. Those are covert narcissists. Remember the term. So always you see the one who's jumping. This, always go. Look at the barbaric acts. Look at these terrorists. Look at these people. Look. See what they're doing. Subhanallah. People are beheaded, and everybody says beheaded. So where is the picture? None. Finda, where? Nothing. But people believe it. And that's my next point. The credibility of anybody comes from their value. And their value comes from their belief and their impact on the world. So whatever I do to this community, my value comes from that. And then how credible I am based on it. It comes based on that. As an individual, as a family, as a society, as a nation, as a religion. You can say we are the Muslims, we believe in Allah, we believe in everything, but how much are you following of that? How much committed to that? But compromising it every day, then your value decreases. Then you're not credible. You can have the haqq, all the haqq in the world, but you are not able to present it because nobody will hear you. You don't have credibility. But somebody who have this powerful machine of media and the economy, and they're, always putting the money, putting the effort, putting the education, channeling who is doing what. Some people are fighting while the same are doing peace. Some people are going the political track while others going the military track. They are going parallel. Things are moving in a certain direction. There is a plan. And plans are not enough. You have to have a good strategy. Plans are not enough. Plans are not enough. You can have a plan to succeed in 5 years. But things happen every day. What are you going to do? That's where the strategy comes. And that is why we need to work on that. So when I tell the brothers, you want to help? Somebody said, how can I help, Sheikh? What can I do? Everything is, no, you can help here. Even if it is indirect. You think it is indirect, but wallahi it is direct. It is direct. You have to prepare yourself, observe your salah, go to the Fajr salah, read, as I said, you owe it to yourself, educate yourself. I was talking to one of my students and one of my peers recently, and I was saying something you are doing every single day and you still do not know about it. You pray 5 times every day. For how many years? Allah knows. You should know the rulings of salah according to the 4 madhab. According to the 4 madhab. It's all about 100 pages. If I bring all the fiqh of salah, 100 pages. You're not going to be a scholar in fiqh, but you will know every madhab, what they do, all the intricacies, all the nuances of salah and wudu and tahara. But who cares about that? When you do business, you make a market study, market analysis, you study and you see the competition, and you have the P&L sheet, and you ask, you have a CPA, you have a lawyer, mashallah. Everything is like clear. Why did this? What is the report quarterly? And you're going to make the SWOT analysis, and mashallah, we are very smart in all of this. Tab al-Quran, Book of Allah. Huh? Oh, Sheikh, alhamdulillah, I finished, my son finished the Qaeda. Oh, my daughter finished the Amin. And I did the Ijaza. And what is your SWOT analysis? What is your plan for the rest of your life? When Ramadan comes, Sheikh, how many ayahs I can do? How many hasanat per letter? Oh, I read 5 letters. 5 times 10 is 50. So I ask you, how big is that hasana? Do we measure it by pound or by centimeter or by foot or what? What is a hasana? Huh? What is a hasana? I'm going to ask you, what is a hasana? How large is the hasana? You got 10 hasanat. What is the measurement for that? It is just a matter of evaluation, it's just a unit. You got something from Allah, but you don't know. You don't know how big or how it is measured. You don't know. Ilm of Allah Azza wa Jal. But we got distracted with the number. Huh? With the number, not with the action. Not with the action. Sahaba of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he tells them, they don't ask him, is this fard or mustahab ya Rasulullah? Is this like something obligated or it is something preferable? And I want somebody to bring me a narration that one of the Sahaba actually asked that question. They are not worried about that part. Because a person can do their fard, does not accept it. It's not accepted from them. So they are worried about acceptance. They are worried about responsibility. They are worried about mas'uliyah. They will be asked in front of Allah. That's what they are worried about. So we cannot separate part of our life from the other. So when we say you want to help the people in Gaza, make dua. Don't belittle that. Because if you send money, how it's going to get to them? How? People are blocked. They have an open jail. Subhanallah. May Allah be with them. Whatever you do, you cannot understand the situation that they are going through. You can't imagine it. This is their daily life, by the way. Just now because the media is showing it to us. That's all. That's the only difference. But this is happening to them daily. For almost a century. Daily. Daily they are hearing bombs. There is no single house in Palestine except someone died. A child, a woman, a man, old, young, this, that, they were sleeping. Someone from any family, pick any family you like, in the whole land over there. They will tell you, my cousin, my daughter, my son, my father, my uncle, someone is dead. It is just now because we see it in the TV. That's all. But what is new? Nothing. And subhanallah, you see Muslims are waiting, so make sure that they do not enter our land. Muslim. Why? Because somebody will come and analyze. They said, yeah, because now they're going to leave and they're going to come in my land, your land. What is this? People are dying out of hunger and electricity and all of that. What is this? You are in that kind of time and somebody come and ask, where is the victory of Allah? Where? Why? To who it comes? Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with his companions. And because the plan that they agreed and committed to the Prophet to execute was not executed, Allah did not grant them victory. معهم النبي. The Nabi is among them. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. When they gathered, same exact day, same day, when they gathered, after they were defeated, after they were injured and everything, and they said, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, Allah said, became victory. فَانْقَلَبُوا بِنِعْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَفَضْلٍ. Became victory. The battle of Hunayn, oh, you are too many people, you are defeated. When you say with Allah Azza wa Jal, you win. So Allah said, few people, they win over big number of people. Only when they are with Allah Azza wa Jal. So the least of worldly preparation will work. But if you do not have that belief and faith and unity, and Islam is all your life as an ummah, not as group, as an ummah, then whoever have that worldly preparation wins. Whoever have more weapons and more structure wins. And that's why you have to deal with that. You have to understand before you take any step. Victory comes only for those who take the means of it. Also, it is one big mistake when we think and assume victory, it has to be that way. Me winning means I have to have the flag above, everybody there, I captived, I put people there, and I am the king. That is victory. And defeat means, we withdraw or anything. No. That's not how it is. Who told you actually winning has to be in this dunya? Who said that? Who said that? Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَإِنَّمَا تُوَفَّوْنَ أُجُورَكُمْ فِي الدُّنْيا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ يوم القيامة. People, the ditch were digged and they were burned alive. Surah Al-Buruj, you know that, right? Allah said they won. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها ذلك الفوز الكبير. They won. When one of the Sahaba, Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم sent him and they killed him with a spear, he said, فزت ورب الكعبة. فزت. I won. So winning is not what me and you think. That sometimes we think like that. And sometimes we think punishment, somebody hurt you or transgressed you, Ya Allah, punish them. And you are thinking that they should get cancer. They should be paralyzed. They should break their arm or their neck or something like that. Not necessarily either. That they live and die without repenting to Allah, that's the biggest punishment. That they get deviated and they do the wrong thing, that's the biggest punishment. For you, your loss bring you back to Allah, that is the biggest victory. So sometimes our look at victory and this, their victory, people of Gaza now, they prove to everybody that everyone is defeated, but we are the winners. That's what they're saying every day. All the means, if one of us cut the electricity and see how people shouting in Houston. Electricity was like, in August, let me turn the AC off for you. And everybody will come to the masjid. You'll find them lying in the carpet over here. Like white chicken, These people, they're living without any human means. And they are saying, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. That's the true victory right there. Like the Sahaba of Rasulullah when they were killed and tortured and persecuted. And the Nabi said, you are the people of Jannah, you're going to win. So every day they're saying we are winners and everybody else is a loser. So it's a matter of perception. Lastly, what is happening is a stage. Palestine is our case. But that's one stage in the Muslim Ummah's life, in general. You have to understand that. And you'll be asked in front of Allah Azza wa Jal, prepare your children. Prepare them that they pray, they love Allah, they read the Quran, they care about their Muslim brothers and sisters, those whom they know and those whom they do not know. Whoever says La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah is part of your body. That is the body that Rasulullah said that all of it is united. I want us to look at how politicians speak. World, there is massacres and everything. They are with their suits and ties and they go meet and going to this country and that country and talking and negotiating and doing all of that. There has to be Muslims doing the same exact thing. We are fixing, we are troubleshooting, we are damage controlling, but we are advocating other things also. We have education, we have people who can represent us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us along the straight path and make us among those who listen and follow the best of what they listen to. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم. الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله على آله وصحبه ومن تبعه وله سلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد, أهل الحق, my brothers and sisters, the people of haqq, and this will be a little bit, the statement will, I don't want to say it, but in our time now, the people of haqq has to learn from the people of batil. How they advocate for their batil. I'm not saying they are good, but how they believe in their batil. They believe in it so much so that everybody thinks it is a haqq. And the people who have the haqq is clear. It's behind their back, they don't care. They worry about their meal, they worry about their clothes, they worry about these things, but they are not worried about al-haqq, al-Islam, al-Deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. How you worry about it? How much of it in your life every day? Let's ask that question starting today. How much of the deen today I achieved? You can tell yourself how much money you made, how much money you lost, how many hours you put at work, clock in, clock out. You can answer those questions. But how much of your life was really lillahi rabbil alameen la sharika lah? How much of it? Can we ask that question? Ask that question every day before you go to bed. How much of my day belonged to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today? How much I did to the deen of Allah? How much I did to this jama'ah of Masjid al-Salam, of Houston, of the Muslim Ummah? How much I did? Not necessarily money. Oh, I made dua, I made dhikr, I felt, I read about it, I advocated, I told somebody, my co-workers, I did something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see how this war of words, so we are in that time now, words. I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that our Islamic centers and organizations start sponsoring many of our children who finish high school in certain fields every year. ISGH starts and say that this year we have 5 full ride scholarships to study media for brothers and sisters. Full ride scholarships. And they go talk to UT, talk to Rice, talk to these people, and then get the best 5 who have the highest SAT score to study media. 5 years from now, you have media professionals. Next year, we want people to study law, go to law school. The best who graduated with a bachelor's degree, we're going to give them a full ride in law school. And we have the money to do it. And shame on us if we don't. In 5 years from now, every single year from then, you'll have 10, 15 professionals in some field. And they owe it to the community. And this is the only way we're going to become someone. That's the only way. Otherwise, we will just keep putting food on the table. Tell me, please, convince me that we are doing something else other than putting food on the table. That's it. You buy a big house to put food on the table. You are working to put food on the table. You're saving money so food stays on the table. We are doing that. That's what we're doing. Tell me that we are doing something else. You are doing something else with your life, with your health, and all of that. Over there in the Middle East, they say before an attack happens, they have an app. Tells them there is an attack is going to take place. You have to be careful. You have to go to this shelter and give you the map to the shelter. How is our brothers and sisters in Gaza? They get a warning shot. There is a warning bomb. There is a warning bomb that a real bomb coming after. Huh? Yani, we're going to bomb you in a minute, and that's a sample. Boom! That is their life, you know? Now, who made that app? I can guarantee you, some Muslims designed it. I guarantee you, yeah. Some Muslims designed it. Some brothers and sisters fighting in the court system here, paying some certain attorneys, and fighting on that money, and part of that money will go there to kill the Muslims. While you are Muslims and fighting in the court system, a divorce case, a simple divorce case, yeah. That's what we think, it's a simple divorce case. But 10-20% of that money paid to those lawyers is going to, yeah. Do we think like that? We should start. Think like that. Have some value, brothers and sisters. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us to live today and promise Allah that we start by being educated. Can we do that to ourselves, inshallah? Be educated. Read about it. Ask questions. Call the politicians. Call the congressman. Don't underestimate a phone call. Don't. Text message. Send an email. Ask the Islamic Society of Greater Houston as 10, 15. You, everyone. Say, I'm going to gather 100 signatures, 100, and I'm going to send them to my congressman, to my representative. Flood them with that. Don't underestimate. This is the time now. That is the actual struggle for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You owe it to your brothers and sisters. I'm sorry that I make the khutbah long, even I was told to abide by the time, but this is more important. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help our brothers and sisters all over the world who are struggling and suffering. May Allah give Islam its dignity again. May Allah bring us back to His path. May Allah bring us back to As-Sirat al-Mustaqim. May Allah protect us and our children. May Allah accept the shuhada of Gaza and Palestine and all over the world. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them from the distress that they are in. Allahumma farrij karbahum. Allahumma farrij karbahum. Allahumma farrij karbahum. اللهم انصرنا وانصرهم على عدونا وعدوهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصرنا وانصرهم على عدوك وعدوهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم انصرنا وانصرهم على عدوك وعدوهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن لإخواننا المظلومين. اللهم كن لإخواننا المستضعفين. اللهم اسق ظمآنهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم أطعم جائعهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم اكس عريانهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم فرج كربهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم اخرجهم مما هم فيه من ضيق يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم كن لهم ولا تكن عليهم. اللهم أعزهم ولا تذلهم. اللهم أرنا في أعدائك وأعدائهم آية يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقم الصلاة. You guys made a big noise. Go sit over there.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
استقيموا استووا ترصوا واعتدلوا. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair to Dr. Sheikh Mamdoo for today's khutbah and salam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you and from all of us. Ameen. Please do rate the Khatib al-salammasjid.org or on the Masjid app. Please remember your brothers and sisters in Gaza. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them, protect them, provide for them, make it easy for them. Tonight, inshallah, after Salat al-Maghrib, we have a father's guide to empowering daughters. A father's guide to empowering daughters.